Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Shai. I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the Apostle and Elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to Akim, our broad preaching the gospel of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Right. To Israel that is scattered abroad, to the four corners of the earth, on the isles, and abroad. There was this video that I had watched. It caught my attention. I'm gonna bring out scriptures of that sort. Just basically dealing with what's to come and the time that we're in. So I'm gonna let this video play, and then I'm gonna hit up some scriptures and see where it goes from there.
2.13b. There's been an allegation that this rule is some sort of backdoor effort to enact A416, a failed assembly bill. It's well settled that the failure of one bill in one house hardly is going to be indicative of efforts of the legislature to reach a compromise on this issue, and then an agency has sort of swooped in and pulled the rug out from under them. Nevertheless, you can find the text of this rule on pages 116 through 119 of the record. If you read through that, you will see this bill is a commitment bill. So even if we had evidence that a critical mass of legislators opposed the proposition for committing people under the circumstances set forth in that bill, it sheds no light on what they would think about 2.13, which doesn't provide for commitment.
One last question for me anyways is specifically which section or sections of the public health law does the state rely upon to authorize this particular regulation?
We rely on PHL 2100, which provides that health officers can control persons who are infected or exposed.
Anything else? I just want to get the list that you have, if you have one. If it's just 2100, I'll be sure.
It's 2100, and it is PHL 225.5J, which provides that the sanitary code shall include 225.5J. And that's the regulation governing what's going to be in the sanitary code. I know that there was an argument raised that we were invoking 5A, which is a generalized power over all matters related to public health. That certainly supports this rule, but 5J is more specific. It says the sanitary code shall include measures regarding the contact and communication with infected premises that is reasonably read, certainly in conjunction with 2100, to relate to who can enter and leave those premises.
Counsel, so what does 5A permit?
5A permits the department to regulate all matters related to public health.
But you're not relying on 5A as what you just indicated because you find that 5J is more specific, correct?
Yes. And certainly 5A supports it, but we wouldn't put all our eggs into the 5A basket when we have more specific rules.
Do you have anything further?
Yes, Your Honor. With respect to the force boreale factor and the claim that this violates due process, the text of the rules themselves resolve both of those issues because they show that isolation and quarantine is related solely to public health considerations. The very definitions.
And there you have it. You have Esau ready to implement his sharpening his whetted sword. So let me get this here. This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. That's basically what Esau's talking about. He's trying to instrument Jacob's trouble, which is really the martial law, right? According to Esau, but according to the scriptures, those that are in the know that what they've been taught by the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and so forth, that that's in talking about Jacob's trouble. So they want lockdowns, right, and to bring forth their your Brave New World, or NWO, right? So this is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. So everything that's going on is going on according to what the Most High has said in order, which is through prophecy, right? And let me just jump down a bit. I'll start at 6 and just get into that from there. It says, time to get, a time to get and a time to lose, right? A time to keep and a time to cast away. So this place is ready to be taken out by the Most High. So it's a good thing to get your mind ready for what's to come. So right now this place is it's not doing any good for us but destroying us because of the condition and the mental frustration and the poisoning, biological warfare and all of that nature is no good for these bodies and for the spirit. Right? Verse 7. A time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. And right now it's a time to speak about what Esau is doing, wickedness. That is because it's being revealed. Because there's going to be a time where you can't do that because you're going to be silenced due to them shutting down the internet or giving restricted access to the internet to push things, because they have their Google, which is a branch of the CIA, which is owned by or funded by the CIA, which is an agency run by the government of the U.S., right? A time to love, verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So we're not in a time of peace. Esau's using peace, but that's bringing forth sudden destruction. It's peace for him, right? Even though that he's a piece of SHIT, right? But that's just what he's born to do, right? So he wants his birthright back. So he's going to do that by any means necessary. If he did it as Cain, all right, which is going over newbies' state of mind because they're not grasping on that. Esau is just doing what he did way back in the garden, and we're in the garden again, which is the whole world, right? So this is what he's going to do, whether you like it or not. A time of love, time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. And we're not in time of peace, right? We're in time of war where Esau, he's trying to destroy our people every day. Like, that's just his motto. So, okay, let me go to Jeremiah 30. All right. Alas, for that day is great. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, which means woe, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but ye shall be saved out of it, which is mainly the elect, which is going to be saved because of them putting trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and not lacking faith, right? And putting off that old man and doing the work that the Lord did. So it's just this is all a test to build for you to build up your faith, right? And have humility, because this is not for everybody. It's only for a select few, right? It's no different than somebody has a football team or a basketball team. There has to be cuts, so it's a sieve, right? Let me read some more here. Jeremiah 30:8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off his neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. So Jake is not going to be in a servitude mode all this time, right? Because we're at the bottom, and we're serving out of captivity, and the Most High is going to put that to an end, because it can only go so far. We'll go to Ezekiel 30. Excuse me. Ezekiel 30. Oh, no, sorry. I was reading the wrong one. Seven and... Okay. Yeah, Ezekiel 7:5 says, Thus saith the Lord God, an evil, and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee. So it's coming as a thief in the night. Because this is the Lord's work, right? And it's a part where it's supposed to come in, just like, because this is all one big movie that we have to play our part, right? And the Most High set it up that way. And the end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways. So every action is a reaction that the Most High is going to be judging us according to what we have done up to that point, right? And we're all being judged every day regardless. So you have to take account of what's going on ahead, what's going on down the road, because everything is given a warning. It's really the Most High who's giving the warnings, and using his apostles and prophets to give the command of what's coming, right? Saying before it happens, prophecy. And accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations, with all those wicked acts. So, and my eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. So this right now is a grace period that it's almost up, right? So the Most High is having mercy, which is mainly for the elect, all right? And there's mercy on 2/3 right now, but the Most High is really turning it up, right? Because he has to allow them to hear this before he has to do what he has to do, which is to bring that act of martial law, right? Quarantine, whatever those terminology that Esau uses, which is mainly Jacob's trouble. and mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth. Behold, the day is come, the morning gone forth, the rod hath blossomed, pride hath budded, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. So all these things is taking place, right? Is risen up. None of them shall remain, nor their multitude, nor any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. So the Most High said, don't even cry for these Negroes, right? For these undesirable Jacobites. The time is come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn. For wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. So Most High is gonna like, oh man, it's this is what's coming. It's not gonna be right now. It's even hard itself, right? It's hard to get a job. If you lose a job, you have to wait a while to go and get a next job or whatever, and you have to bite the bullet basically, and subjugate yourself to whatever else that's out there. If you're depending on the position that you may be living in or whatever, it's even hard to pay rent. All these things. So this place has to go. Just because of what the Bible says, not what I say. It's what the Most High says. So it's just something to look forward to. It's better to look forward to the kingdom of heaven than eating a poison meal every day. But with that, I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna say all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, Brother Honest, the Apostle, Elders, a great millstone, and to the next one. Shalom. Kwame Sharala.